Hey guys, and welcome to another day on the shop. Today we are finishing up the final touches on the Chevy 350 and getting ready to have a first start. So, stay tuned. Alright, so I was already kind of working, just trying to get a couple things done before I started videoing. Started filling up the water. This is a little cool spigot thing. If you don't have one, you can work on cars a decent amount. These are pretty awesome. I'll put the link in the description below. But it has a whole bunch of different pieces that go to different cars. So it's just about every manufacturer and every piece you could need to fill up a radiator. It also has a plug, so if you overfill it and you still have fluid in here, you can put the plug in and lift this whole mechanism up and it doesn't leak out water everywhere. So you can pour it back in your jug. But in the process of doing that, I found a water leak. I don't have a thermostat on this car. And I put the gasket in, put some gasket maker on it a little bit, not too much. And I started leaking all around the thermostat housing. Go figure. So, pulled it off, re-siliconed it, gasket maker, put it back on, snugged it back down after a little while. So I'm hoping that's fixed. The next thing is I pulled out the exhaust. All right, and I've already welded the holes up. Yes, that's not the greatest welds. That's just some flux core. It's some cheap metal, and I just need to fill it. So put some filler in it. There were two holes. I'll put the picture up now. All right, so I did some filler. It was really spotty because it would blow straight through no matter how low I turned the welder down. So it would blow through, so I had to stack the weld on top of a weld and actually get something in there. This pipe is not the greatest build. As you see, there's a pipe expands to the connection pipe. Look at this awesome weld up here. It's a double weld, so I don't know, they just found a leak after they welded it and then redid it. Rusty pipe, lovely bends. All right, this has been hit. My Flowmaster, I think. And then this little pipe down here, which is pretty thick. This is like double the thickness of all the other pipe on the car. So I'm about to hit this up with a wire flap disc because the grinding wheels I have will eat straight through this metal and this weld. So I want to kind of finish it up a little bit with that, which is from Benchmark Abrasives. I like Benchmark Abrasives. So check them out in the link in the description below if you ever need any flapper discs, grinding wheels, cut off wheels, whatever you have. Alright, so we're going to get into this and just try and smooth this out to the same contour as the rest of it. And then we're going to slap some paint on it all the way around this edge to make sure that this doesn't rust out again. Alright, well, the temperature changed. The weather doesn't really like each other, so yeah, it's like 97 degrees today. So yeah, put some welds there, cleaned it up as much as I kind of can because I can't really get flush right there without hitting this. So I threw a coat of paint on it. I had to reinforce some more of it because it's quite thin on this side. So it is what it is. Once that paint cures, I'm going to throw a decent amount of copper, ultra copper. I love this stuff, like I said. I'm going to throw a decent amount of that on that flange. It shouldn't leak once it's tightened down and compresses on there. So yeah, we're going to get back to getting this situation fixed because I still have water back here that I'm trying to soak up. So we're going to get the rest of the water off the intake, fill this thing back up, and hope it doesn't leak anymore. And then And then we will get back to doing the transmission and get this exhaust on. So we can start this thing up today. All right, so it's after dinner now, and my dogs are barking up a storm for no reason. So yeah, I had my leak. I fixed my leak. Bolted the transmission up and the flex plate. So check this out. We can go. Exhaust is on. Radiator is done. Alternator, power steering, fuel line, spark plugs, all fluids. Braking. That's where we're at. So with that, the battery's charged. There's fuel in the tank. Let's pump this thing up and get it cranked. I'm scared and excited. So let's do this. Oh, all right. We gotta get in the car and press the brake. Put it in park. All right, now let's see how this thing goes. All right, a little key. All right, so we're still waiting. A couple more times of this, priming it, and it should be good. All right, so it's backfiring, which means it looks like I'm probably 180 degrees out from where I want to be with the distributor. Ooh, smoky. All right, so we got to pull the distributor up. We got to rotate it 180 degrees and put it back in. I guess that's what we're going to do. All right, take two. No more gas this time. Let's just see it. Maybe a little bit of gas. Let's try something different. Well, as of starting it right now, like I said, I'm happy, excited, but I'm worried at the same time. This is the part of starting an engine after you've rebuilt it, to figure out the little nitpick things like tuning of the distributor just right. Because once I get it started, it should be just right, but I'm getting it there. So I think I killed my battery. I'm going to let it charge all night and then come back tomorrow, and we're going to get this started tomorrow. Alright, so we're on to a new day. I've been messing with this timing on the distributor, making sure everything was good. Took the valve covers off, made sure all the valves were right where they need to be to make sure that I am lined up with on compression stroke of number 1. So we're still twisting, we're still turning, we're still tuning, but I'm closer because I did have a little spin over, and so that's what we're doing now. So let's take a look. All right, camera set up. Let's start it. Oop. Let's give it some gas. Squirt, squirt. Tune back just a little bit if we can. Nope. Tune forward just a little bit. Might have to change this up a little bit more. Huh. Let's twist it that way. Huh. Now it's not working like I wanted. All right, more adjustment to the distributor. Try again. Nope, still not enough advance. Let's try it again. Not enough advance. Try it again. Starting to try. but I can't advance it enough. There it is. But it's advanced so far, I don't like that. So, do this again. I'm gonna have like 15 takes on dealing with this distributor. Let's try again. So, give it some gas, give it some advance. Almost. A little bit more gas, a little bit more advance. Just needs more advance. So if I can get it to stay right there, somehow for right now. Oop, that was bright. Let's see. Alright, there it is. It's just so advanced. Why is it so advanced? This is as far advanced as I can get it to go for that. I don't know why. It's staying right there. So, yeah, well, it cranks a little bit. Hold on. And again. A little gas. A little spin. Still. Why is it so far retarded? Well, we found it, I guess. I just need to lock it down so it can stay turned that far. So let me do that. Okay, so you didn't get to see the glorious part of me tinkering and making this thing run. So I switched all the wires over to one, and then that didn't work. So I switched them over to two slots over and adjusted it, pushed it down a little bit, gave it a little bit more idle, and voila, it runs. So we're gonna break this thing in. We're gonna let it run for a bit, let the smoke clear out, and yeah, then we'll end up changing the oil. And not today, we're gonna drive around a little bit on that first coat, or that first oil change. So, everything's looking good too. So, get in here, and you see, we got 50 PSI of oil, perfect. Temperature's going up, volts are good. I got a brake light on for some reason. I don't know what that means. So, woo! We got it. Now it's time to start cleaning this thing up, my big old mess, and getting everything prepared to drive this thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to back it off these stands. I know it's loud in here. So I'm going to back it off these stands, let it idle, sitting level. So that is what I'm going to do now. All right, so it's kind of loud. Broken in. I'm happy. I found a leak though, and I got to figure out where it's coming from. It's basically where the transmission inspection pan would be. It is between there, and it kind of scares me because I'm hoping it's not that rear main seal. But if it is, I'm gonna have to pull everything back out, redo the rear main seal, put it all back in. Fingers crossed. But everything else looked good. Oil pressure held pretty good. Idle did good. Temperature rose, temperature dropped. So yeah, we are going to get this thing back up on the little stands, crawl up under there, and find out where that leak's coming from and fix it one way or the other. And I don't want the bad way. I don't want to pull all the sack out, but if I got to, I got to. So I don't know. Whew. But I'm tired. It's hot. These fans are loud. And I'm pretty happy that this thing got running after all the mess of timing that I had, and I finally got it going. I am extremely happy, and especially with finding just nitpick little leaks. I had a little water leak that I just had to tighten the clamp up. Had a little fuel leak in the back of the carb, just tightened that up, and now I just got the whatever oil leak, either trans or engine, and I'm praying it's the torque converter and not the actual engine. So I just don't want to deal with it. But anyways, thanks for watching another video, checking it out. But yeah, this is the first start of the break-in. So I ran it, didn't tell y'all, I ran it for a good little while up to temperature at different idles. I shut it off, let it cool down, cranked it back up, cranked right back up, drove it back in here because I did back it out because it got smoky. So now the next procedure is I'm going to take it on a couple drives, make sure everything's good with the transmission, the engine, and everything, and after I fix that leak, and then go from there. So check out the next episode, and until then, thanks for watching. Subscribe, check out Teespring, check out Patreon, and until next time,